definitely behavioral problems also are part of these things. Okay, it's not just about thought. I've always mentioned mental health problem is all about overall lifestyle. And today the topic and the discussion will be mostly related to uh, children's, the teenage. Okay, what are the problems they are facing? Okay, especially with the advent of this modern society. I've told you multiple times there are a lot of problems that has grown over time, and now the young generation are facing the burnt of that things. Okay, first and foremost, I've multiple time discussed about neurodivergent or neurodevelopmental disorders. Okay, what are these disorders? As the name suggests, neuro is somehow related to brain functioning. Okay, when there's some malfunctioning in the brain problem, in the brain neurons and brain I would say the structure, definitely the neurodevelopmental problems are bound to happen. Okay, and these are identifiable early. Okay, very early, easily at the early stage of infancy, then slowly and gradually in the childhood. Okay, like we were discussing about ADHD. Okay, how many of you have heard of ADHD? I think a lot of you may have not heard. But when you see some child who is very hyperactive, he cannot be sitting in one place, is always on a go, okay, cannot stop, always talking and talking, going from here and there. Okay, these problems, these behaviors, okay, easily go unnoticed in all the family. Okay, most of the family member thinks that these problems, oh, he's just a kid, and definitely this might be like a childish quality. Okay, but when does it get exaggerated, or when does the problem become severe? When it disturbs the other person as well as it disturbs his own productivity. That was one part, being hyperactive. You have also been noticed that children sometimes become very inattentive. Okay, they do not listen, they could not focus, they could not concentrate on something. Okay, if given a homework, they cannot complete the homework. Okay, and a lot of other concentration issues, and somehow or the other definitely it's a neurodevelopmental problem. So it is one part. And you have also seen those children, okay, who are very impulsive in the sense they don't think twice before speaking. If something is coming in the mind, they speak it out without knowing the consequences. Okay, at the same time, they are very expressive. They are expressive in terms of words, emotion. They challenge the authority. Okay, they cannot like they don't really think or care about others. It means that they are very impulsive. Okay, they don't think twice before making a decision, and decision can lead to a lot of consequences. And many of you may be thinking, "Arey, these are normal part. Okay, these are normal behavior of the children," but not, bro. Actually, whatever I'm telling, all these are characteristic of a very, very, very common neurodevelopmental problem, that is ADHD, attention deficit and hyperactive disorder. Okay, seems crazy, huh? Seems thoda anger ki what happened, huh? But this is a real characteristic. All the problems I mentioned, these seems behavioral problem, but these are all due to the neurodevelopmental problem, and these somehow or the other, okay, create actually create some or the other kind of disability or dysfunctioning in the school life, in the family life, in the other sphere of his life. So yeah, if not treated, there are a lot of other consequences, because if a problem is not treated at time, there may be a lot of consequences. And neurodevelopmental problem, by the way, because it's somehow related to brain, cannot be treated, it can only be managed. And many of you may say, oh, this is my kid also, but there's level of severity. Okay, there might be symptom, but someone to be diagnosed as ADHD require to fulfill the checklist. Okay, there are a lot of assessment tools that psychologists use to assess whether your child falls under the category of ADHD or not. So yeah, if you find these symptoms, and if these symptoms are little more than mild or moderate or severe, then go and get your child like assessed once. Okay, you will find it how, and because the early treatment, early prevention, early management can save the child's life, child's future. Okay, So that was the main thing. You may be thinking, what might be the problem? It's not just genetics, they say. There are a lot of problems out there, okay? When we talk about prenatal, perinatal, postnatal, I've already discussed about these things in my previous videos, okay? These factors, okay, when the mother, these may be contributing factors. It's not pinpoint that these are the factors, but these are some factors that might lead, okay? So yeah, these was it. And there are a lot of therapies after the assessment is done in order to bring the child and channelize that energy, because hyperactive guys have it, hyperactive children have a lot of energy, and there are a lot of therapies, lot of occupational therapy, speech therapy, play therapy, energy channelization, external trigger to be managed, and a lot of things that psychologist or the counselor, therapist, other do, okay, in order to manage the behavior of the child, because the problem that has started as a neurodevelopmental problem can become a severe behavioral problem that can create malfunction in the life of the kid, those around him, as well as his family member. And when the behavioral problems are there, definitely the child is bound to be isolated from the society. And when that happens, there are a lot of other consequences. It's not just he will have that behavioral problem. There are a lot of other psychological and mental health problems that is comorbid, okay? So why not just find it out? If you see those symptoms in your kid and you really feel like, yeah, he's behaving thoda awkward, then just go and get a checklist and get to know what kind of level he is in, so that you can start managing things out.